Okay, let's get into this one. We started already. Loud on defense, PRX on attack, and we are back to the Phoenix for Loud, and they picked this. So this comp is pretty fun on defense. It lacks a little bit on attack, but if it doesn't get exploited for its weaknesses, then it kind of owns it. That knife hits 3. And it is a walk over once they lose B main over towards middle, but PRX kind of ready for this one. We got so many classics. Like all 3 people here are classics, right? They separated the classics and this guy at middle needs to activate. Oh,
Heads have been found here, straight to the cranium.
Uh-oh, this one fell apart pretty fast. Oh, they run into him. Damn, Forsaken. I said he needs to activate. He definitely did.
Focused on by the desk, talking about how much these pistol rounds.
Let's keep on top of the pistol round. Pacific are 7-0 in terms of pistol rounds today. It is 1-0.
Guess who comes out on top throughout all of that? Being able to bail his team out of a rough situation from top mid against a tiles crunch, essentially. It's Forsaken, the guy who's been clearly, in my opinion, the best player for PRX at this tournament. I don't think he was during kickoff. I don't think he always
Can coaches talk the players after agent select? Yes, until the barrier goes down. But then it's done until you call a timeout. Okay, on this one, Loud. Straight up walk over towards middle again. Oh, man, Loud are really bold picking this up. Really, really bold. But we'll see. I mean, PRX haven't been looking great on it. This guy can just stay alive, be tempted to smoke here. Okay, he's done a lot of damage though, and they didn't pick up a gun. And Devi, really fast turn on that one.
Beautiful business.
Lego, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 10 months. Thank you, thank you. Of course, bro. Thanks for the nice shots. Thanks for the kind words, bro.
And this follow-up as well is for them. I mean, PRX and Loud with these comps, very ult generation heavy.
The turning of the flashes in this round, yeah, they're fast, right? People who can turn Phoenix flashes are just insane.
Yeah, and I think they're going to turn Ascent into an attack-sided map as well. It's one of the reasons I think the QCK's gone back to the Phoenix here rather than the Yoru they were dabbling with. They know the PRX are running this comp without a Sentinel anyway. They're not worried about a Cypher or being able to get into the sites.
Okay, bonus round, and Forsaken's looking close to getting his ult, and so is Counts in. So we need to keep an eye on these two. Let's see how much damage they can do. Knife goes over towards A, does hit 1.
Thick and thin through all the metas in Valorant.
Don't get me wrong, I mean, PRX have never been standard, even on Ascent.
Change up their wall. It blocks vision over towards short and middle.
Who knows which direction it's going to go into.
Waited for the Yuta to get back up there. It's a nice trade. Cowan's in with that, does have a result into the next round. There's one person on B. Oh, whoa. There's a gun down in terms of an upgrade. Forsaken lurking over towards middle, and 2 people go here. Have they seen him? They're looking kind of... Oh boy.
The peak angle, Sadak might just be able to react in time. He's not going to push it. It's just holding for it. 2 years.
Yeah, and
anticipating some sort of reaction.
Yeah, they're very much on top of that.
In a forward close position. Lucky to be alive there with a util out into his hands, but finally with the paranoid Ascent flying.
A little 1-2 on this one as well. At least they both know where they are now, so they can activate a little bit faster over towards spawn. Got 1 flash, and they're in a good position to trade this. If something gets a kill, by the way, he gets his ult.
In the smoke, flash around the corner, but it's an empty site. Fully evacuated. Wall up. This is cheeky. Devi now has to get a move on.
Oh boy.
Forwards. QCK half on the board, finds the first kill. 1 versus 1. Can he win it? It's a gamble. Has he got it? Time just
oh, it was close. 2 HP.
Holy. What a clutch from QCK.
Yeah, and it was planted in the corner, so maybe you could argue that something could have spammed this.
Because it was a bonus round for PRX, but still, to be able to find the 1v2 there, defending the wall against the buy.
Maybe both of them could have spammed this.
He comes off it just at the perfect time to be able to grab that one. But like I said, it's a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. Loud cannot buy into the next. So despite the fact they get
Okay,
on the board,
still though,
PaperX
that's
achieved their
nice
goals,
damage done.
essentially.
They're going to be a little bit gutted they didn't win this one. In terms of this round though, we now have 3 ults, right? 4 ults. We got an attack op as well.
You will ever watch. Do not study his VODs if you're trying to learn Gecko in your ranked
Yeah,
games.
he is. We got a Bucky out. Okay, so Loud win this one. They realize that in terms of it, their money's too low. They can't really buy into it, so they pretty much eco into it. It is a low buy. They get a Bucky, they get a Judge out.
Spelling his own defeat and doom here as a judge.
So this is a low buy. Loud expecting to lose this one.
Specialist with that regard. Here we go. Thrash forwards. Wants to take the fight. Stray shot.
23-54.
No kill. Only the damage being done. Munyet now fast onto the approach here.
Get a little bit of info on this one. They take so much map control. Do they have any idea there's 3 people here?
Slip into the back here. Now QCK has a rifle and he's watching for this. No swings yet, just holding for.
Oh, with that kill?
Yeah,
with that kill, do they go back?
I mean, PaperX, this is
Forsaken has the spike, by the way. If he decides to go heaven with it, sure, just get the kill.
That was the real threat, which was QCK with that right.
But Loud, we're expecting to lose this again with the low buy.
Oh
boy. Oh boy. Mind freak, man. Wait, that was going to be the Razor. That was literally going to be Razor, right? Or is he 2 off? Okay, no, he's 2 off. It's fine.
All the boxes.
I think it speaks,
okay, so Loud with that, obviously, accepting they were going to lose, and their money goes down a little bit, and QCK is the person who saved the gun, but he doesn't have enough because of the loss bonus as well. Lovely shot.
Treating it as almost like just a practice boot camp. And so the fact that they've made playoffs, they're playing with house money. You might not think that's much, honestly, if you're listening to that as a viewer at home, but I tell you now, there is no team more dangerous than a team with nothing to lose.
Yeah. And a team that's readjusted their
Instant Omen Flash, so it's the BBL strat. Instant Omen Flash, double satchel over towards short. They think it's an A rush, but actually there's someone up short close. Real close. Dodge the knife close. Ult goes into heaven so they don't hear the break of the glass. Damn, that's nice. What a nice round from them. I know this guy did hear it because he was close, but... And the C's to do -80, so the nade kills on top of it. And oh, what the hell is this round? It was a masterclass. Wait, this was a sick round, man. They've been... That was really, really cool.
Don't need me to say it, you can hear the crowd chanting. QCK.
I don't think he's got any intention of allowing the ace to occur. QCK's miles away from
He's
it.
absolutely out of
What
there.
a beautiful setup, though, for PaperX.
What a beautiful round from them.
Enough credit for the way that they set up some of their tactical stuff, because they move so quickly and so fluidly, people just assume it's very intuitive and there isn't too much thought really going on. That round, they're making it feel like a big A exec. All of the utility is
I'm actually going to write it down. It's a YouTube...
down mid.
YouTube round for sure.
If you see utility being piled into A main and you're playing in like tree or grass, you are going to focus on A main. You expect it to be 4 or 5 people coming from that direction.
Yeah, it's really cool. They kind of combined a few things here.
Even though they're not throwing utility for those people splitting.
Yeah, the Teva on top of that as well with the molly close and the ult. Oh my.
Are lovely. But I feel like we've seen this team evolve over the course of this tournament.
They have, yeah.
I'm completely sure that Alex is telling the truth when he says that when they came into this, they were only looking for 1 win. And I was watching them in kickoff, and frankly, I wasn't that impressed with what I was seeing from Paper.
No, it was very slapdash, you know. Yeah. They were throwing ideas into the mix. It looked like they were really just improvising.
And just to pull another quote from that exact same interview that you referenced.
It's a good timeout.
Alex, the coach, said, "We have problems that we need to fix. There's too little time, too much to do. We've been carried by our individual performances, in my opinion, rather than good gameplay and good Valorant." But to me,
how allowed picking this map? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they're crazy.
To start figuring out what is working for them. And they get into a match like this,
but here we are. I mean, PaperX haven't been getting the best results on this map, so I guess that's where they're looking at it.
Any of the 3 maps that we have here, and it's so difficult to predict because they play such off-meta styles. You know, when are either of these teams?
Doesn't sound so good for PaperX. It's their best map. But it's good for Loud also.
Nobody plays like Loud and nobody plays like PaperX.
Yeah.
In terms of everything as well, everything's kind of backfired a little bit. The first buy round was really, really close. Then they ecoed, 4 people survived, maybe 3 people. This round happens, loads of people survive as well. The money's like out of control. It is one of the worst possible starts you could have for Loud.
Ever so slightly. Now Loud, with that timeout, we're heading into the half buy. They're going to have time to think about some of the mistakes, the adjustments. Probably not going to be seeing them active here.
I think one of the things that you're seeing from Loud is that they're very willing to fight forwards. You see the angle that Kawanzin is currently playing at. Think about Sadek with the judge, Kawanzin playing market aggressively. They want to contest PRX and not just give them space.
Instant
Finding
question
those
mark.
timings and being
It's
able to match the
cleared
tempo
though.
of a team like PRX is
Ooh.
quite difficult.
Oh my god, he
Especially
ate
if
the
they're hitting
flash.
timing shots like that.
Just off the cue of the flash.
Oh, he ate
Players
it
left
as
stack
well.
now.
It's
Can is being
devastating.
watched. You can see something. He's got his eye on it. Anticipating that there might be that reflank with a minute on the mark here for
Oh, they're going to go up short, and
round.
there's a Bucky
Definitely
here.
time to play with. Definitely time to work around. But if they do walk into the Bucky, there is some level of danger here. I mean,
Sadek can't really escape though.
no, but Mindfreak is way ahead of the pack, so I don't think he's going to get traded, and he isn't. So Sadek's still stuck here. Might have to use util. Nade drop down as well. This guy is now a nuisance. If he's on their side, he's
Molly.
buying them time, and the Moshpit has to be committed. Force him out wide.
He's
Yoko's
still alive.
alive, by the way.
He's
He
chilling,
walked into a
man.
nade.
Okay, well, he's found that timing from the
Oh
classic.
my.
Okay, a heavy
What did that
position,
do? Just
years.
2
He's got
damage
his,
or
and now
something?
It is a bit
20 seconds on this one. Forced to go over
But they
towards
thought
B.
use-
They have
but
cleared it
Onyet
though.
lurked in through A main, and now Devi is
And they
lurking
know
through
he's
B
still
main.
here.
So because Loud are playing this
Lovely
composition,
shot. Wait, that's a headshot?
God, what a shot! Because Loud are playing the
What?
without the Sentinels that doesn't play spread around the map.
He's one of those that
Plays
flicks
from
away so it
flank,
looks
deep for
more
info.
impressive than it
PRX
is.
are finding those lurk timings real nice.
It was still impressive though. That kind of stuff looks mad. I love when the people do this.
flustered when Sadek got that initial kill. They managed to get themselves into an advantage position, arguably here. Lit
Shoot
up
out.
a beacon pointing directly towards in a double face. There's
Yeah,
no
big shots.
hesitation in the play of PRX there.
Okay, now it's a big buy round. 5-1 down, 3 people surviving again. They get the plants, the money's really good. This guy's been holding on to this ult for a long time. Not really his fault
This was a
though.
light buy round. So it wasn't the most danger in the world. That timeout that you were talking about, Brendan,
Dude, that looks so sick.
Coming up here. And we can see that QCK is going for an operator. So you've got the Phoenix op online. Get your bingo cards out. Did you have that one down? Phoenix op versus Gecko op.
Phoenix ARP. We are really close to having all 5 ults.
Fast, though.
They
A lot
go
of util
really
now being
fast on
dumped
it.
straight into
And last time
main.
they did this though, they fake pressure that there were people going over towards short, so they have to be careful of short. But this guy over towards middle with his Phoenix op can hear if they do
Every other
that.
team would cancel after they get full 5-person hit by the KO knife, but not PRX. They will still try to apply pressure to you, trying to look for that timing.
And he's pretty much flying over towards middle. The reason they get this op out is it's funny because both.
So much
Wait,
respect.
have they seen this guy? Both of these comps can't clear these areas, right? They actually struggle at the same
Now,
things.
and a call's been made here. Sadak.
Less so much because they have the fade eye, but it's still you get a bit of freedom over towards middle. Yeah, nice crunch over towards middle here. Still not
Here are the
fully
lurkers.
done, but
What's
Spike
3-1
goes over
default for
towards
PRX?
short.
It's on Mindfreak or something to try to find timings. The Spike
Mindfreak?
drop makes everything way more difficult.
Whoa, what a
Mindfreak-
shot.
Whoa.
Yeah, he does find that opening.
Let's see if this gets work here.
Wait,
Being defended
this guy
out
just left his
from mid,
teammate bottom
Crouch
middle.
Tucked into the corner. That's Sadak. He's essentially alone in this spot. They've doubled up through.
He kind of
main. Now
pinged
he's
this guy out.
Crouch,
Ooh.
he does find that angle and fight, so
Yeah, he's dead.
1v3 looks just less and
Wait.
less likely. Yeah, it is
Goodness,
running
the
gun.
shorty actually
Okay,
would have
safe
taken him
for the day
down,
there
10
for
HP.
Loud.
That was a
Finally
lot
getting that second
closer.
one on the board.
Okay,
And Loud choosing to try to
Loud
fight
lost a
over
lot
mid.
of people on that one
I
though,
think
so
they
they
get
could
the lead now.
insta get reset. They
After
do
the
pick up the
timeout.
op though.
The PRX are playing pretty heavy from mid. And with the Viper wall that Loud goes for, they have the advantage over fighting that cant
Yeah,
kind of area.
he's like, hold up.
You see where the
That
Viper
actually
wall
was
goes?
pretty winnable.
Well, assuming that Les throws the same one in this round. And
Good
you
news
see
for
that
Loud
Loud
is their
can
ults are
double up
great.
with
Bad
Sneeze
news is their
and
money's
Sadak
not.
trying to fight over that area.
One away from Fischl, one away from
There
Omenal.
it is. There's the wall going down at the beginning of the round. A judge for Sadak.
They go
as is
aggro with the op. Phoenix
Traditional
op gets
classic.
set up over towards
As is
B with a breach stun.
Loves to pull it out. Big ults now being earned and built up here for Loud as well. Plenty in the war chest. A main control, B main control. Heavy priority here.
Yeah,
for
and they
Loud
wanted
because
to
know how
flash
close
through
PRX
this,
are to
but
a few of these big ultimates.
oh,
That's a
nice
nice one.
shot.
QCK punishes that one. Mindfreak usually going to be the
bit of pressure over
lurking player.
towards short. I'm
I like the
pretty
Loud
sure it was a
swap
fade eye and a
round.
prowler. That
Heavy
meant
to
that
mid,
the Omen
and
flash
playing heavy
goes
to the
in.
outsides of the map.
AO
He's
ult
used
at
it
1
well there.
minute
I'm not
mark.
exactly sure what pressure that was off, but
There was a bit of
something
short
awesome.
pressure, and I think this guy over towards A main made sound.
Indeed, Forsaken.
Why he
my,
popped it.
all the way up. Does Karazin even expect this? No, he's backing away. Silent jumps up though. I don't think
Omen flash over towards A main. Cross map knife from Sadak. Fish ult going over towards B. Let's see, because this guy in spawn has a full path and gets into a corner that no one checks. Forsaken, they on top of him. Forsaken jaw, lose it out. Yeah, there is literally just 4 different jaws.
And now Monyet becomes the other lurker.
25 seconds left. He loses duel.
This guy walks up towards short, and he's not checking close. Man, Sadak's been full shotgun the whole game.
Practically in his mouth.
That is a bizarre round for PRX, but you can see that they're very.
I think Cowan Sin deserves a shout out though. As much as it was a weird round, like he never overstepped his mark.
Might want to readjust the game plan to have less of the lurk plays going on.
Yeah, he was ready for this the whole time.
He's got a chance of making something happen there. I don't think Cowan Sin knows that he's around. And
I thought he was on top of it.
To win the duel against 2Es, these lurkers are finding opportunities, but when they lose their duels, it looks stupid. It looks like they were just destined to fail. But with PRX's style, if they win that fight, suddenly there's a gap in the defense, and PRX are very opportunistic. They do tend to exploit those fairly well. So certainly a weird round, not a successful one for PRX on their attack.
They died so far away from each other. Yeah, they wanted to get more from the B. So they wanted to get more from the 2-person going over towards B, whether it was a kill or a detain, so that the people panic, so they rotate into the 2 lurkers. It wasn't too bad, but it was more just Loud being super aware.
So winning this matchup would guarantee that rematch. And
for the 4th time this year.
Exactly.
Loud is usually so aware. I think it's also because they play no Sentinel, right? So they're kind of very hyper focused in terms of what is their weakness of this ability, like of this comp, and that people can do that. Alex as a coach, yeah, he's good, man, because PRX do a madness, but they still can play pretty methodical, and they have like some of the better fast strats you've ever seen. So he's definitely good, and like whoever comes up with like a lot of their actual like fast strats or like ult strats is very good, man. My one criticism will be they could use some more ult strats. I think that they're a team that heavy rely on just having like one ult strat, but I think they could have like multiple. Very nice. And this was a bit of a classic, right? PRX attack, timeout, Loud in return.
And such a classic, great idea from Loud. You come out of your opponent's timeout and run a set play to steal the tempo. And they've wiped the floor with PRX.
And nicely done. And the reason that it works again for people that are new here is everyone on attack, you're like focusing on the new game plan, you're focusing on what the coach says, and then you forget the other team can just go aggro.
We're just going to force the fight to them. And they go for a bit of a tiles crunch there, punishing a very wide jumping by Monyet. Ruining everybody over towards B.
Yeah, PRX players left reeling.
Devi going for the glass.
He's gonna have this the whole he might have this the whole game.
Weird spot. That is an unusual thing to opt
They're not really gonna use it until you switch over the guns and then you want to retake.
Apparently.
Or you go down early because of the thing. So PRX playing a little bit further back, they wait for the knife, and then once the knife goes in, they want to go a bit aggro. And that is bad. Good luck to Cowan Sin back a sight.
Dashing in with the satchel. He's upset the aim entirely.
Well, that'll do it, honestly. Make yourself hard to hit.
Opens up the site now for the plant. His post-plant positions are PRX.
That is the most PRX round I've ever seen, though.
Only chances here.
QCK is going to be ulting back in potentially with only an op to work with.
Is that a dropping wall? Down in his face, Molly. Oh, goodness me. How does that one catch? Everybody's giving this up, it looks like. What is that? Hello. 2 years. Chasing him over extension. No, I don't think there's any chances. Listen, surely time is running out, but handing these kills just over to him.
Another one?
And considering the PRX's economy was not amazing to come into this round.
Yeah, it does actually do a little bit.
Fantastic kills to be given in the other direction, but it won't make too much difference because we're so close to the end of the half.
Yeah. Maybe a 200 IQ player didn't see how close they were to the ultimates, but maybe they're like, okay,
look at these kills, man.
Let's try and build up ours.
What a way of entering, right? Monyet skipping, jumping into the site, and the spacing perfect for the trade. That, coordination not quite as good there. We'll keep an eye on that.
Did him dirty.
You know the camera operators are watching for
Okay,
every one.
Odin on defense, op now
Team set
here.
up with the Odin
Ult
here.
is still here. Does that mean they're going to
Spam
insta-use ult, or are we... No?
Face your fear.
Early Nightfall. This is an attempt of a fake, but the early
Yeah.
knife gives it away. Only one tag.
Yeah.
That's going to be onto Forsaken.
That's
so
just a
go off
fade.
the
That is a
hand
fade
to
ult
try
with nothing that has been
and fake play
completely
over
wrecked
today.
by
Going sound,
the knife.
choose Odin. Spam spraying through.
Oh
They are
my, look at
getting
the damage.
absolutely destroyed here.
Still want to go for
Something
the
managed to
orb.
win his one, at least through the main
And yeah,
angle.
ult
Alter now
does
with
have
that
it.
showstopper wants to send it and let it rip. Rolling Thunder cannot save you away from that one.
But keep an eye on your minimap. They insta-go as a fake. Tui's.
Beautiful by Tui's. Really just expecting that reposition.
And just
it's about
Forsaken.
catching the tempo and the timings here, walking right into it. But
That's
misses
nice
the
info.
opportunity. 2 years. Jump spots, gets a bit of additional information.
Good patience though, not trying to force
When
the
something
fight
gets
in
this
situation.
plant, he gets his ult.
They have a player advantage to go for the
They
retake.
could if they want to. Notri's ever going to
take
feel
effort
comfortable
from
to use
Forsaken,
Fischl.
and
I
somebody
say as he
clutches
insta
out.
uses Fischl.
Confident enough to use the thrash here to try and clear
He
it.
goes heaven with it.
Boxes. Forsaken going walkabouts
That's so
towards
funny.
Tree, leaves it. Now 1v3. QCK's on the flank. Should be unwinnable. Blind as anything. Hasn't given it away.
He has a
though.
molly to
Still
stop
holding
the
the
plant
shift
if
this
someone
entire time,
insta-taps.
but
That's about it.
South too wise. QCK's already there. Justin, did he see anything? Not too sure. Corby and Maid jumping down, and there it is. The kill found.
Very competitive half that we've had so far here.
It's a mad half.
The site, but the more that they default, the more louder picking them apart, I think. You saw there a cute idea from PRX, like you said, going for that fake play. But the exec, it wasn't quite coordinated as well as you would hope for. Certainly not compared to the previous round, where Forsaken was right behind Monyet on the entry. Perhaps lacking that fade in terms of the pressure that they put onto B.
Double
Final
up.
round
Money's
and a half.
pretty good.
Chances to
Money
tie
here,
this
not
up,
so
but
much.
PRX's economy
They had
in
the
dirt.
they had the
Compared
3
with
people that died over
double
towards
setups
spawn,
I saw for
and
a
that
moment
really
there
does make a
around.
difference for the buy here. And they got a Viper if they get over towards site though, so Loud need to make sure they don't get over towards site, so they fight heavy over towards A main, and they insta Viper over towards B main. And they are fighting A, because again, they know they're low buy, they know this ult is up, and they need to make sure they don't let him get site.
No, he's not. I mean, they don't, you know, you would be a little cautious in this situation for some pop flashes through the smoke or this kind of thing, but he's not worried.
Nice shot, 2 years. Expecting it from the high ground angle. QCK. Ball thrown at them. Still, it's back to a multitude of players now, and he's got to try and
Like the
at
double
least put
flashing.
up that wall to try and prevent them from getting past it. 2 years repositioned, still with the operator, and it's PRX who are the ones who aren't coming up with really any of the appropriate answers. Double smokes out to try and get themselves into position, but it's being spammed with the rifle at work. Hopes and dreams placed onto the end of the barrels.
Okay, and honestly, if you're
Everything stolen
PRX, you
away
should
from
probably
them,
be
so
happy with
even
6,
Loud
because
doing
you're
a
playing
miraculous
against a
job there,
comp, they
honestly,
can't
bringing
get
it
through
to
the choke
6
points.
to 6.
Have they watched the EG game, and are they going to exploit all of the things that this comp struggles at? A nice recovery from Loud, though. You got to give him that in terms of momentum.
Two halves there.
Ooh.
Brutal. But I think the adjustments looked nice. Tui's with the operator on Omen ended up playing really well.
He's getting tremendous value, putting in work. Well,
They
earlier
have
we
2 minutes
spoke
to talk about it
QCK
as well.
Just before this match, let's hear from it.
Sou o Gabriel, mais conhecido como QCK, atualmente duelista da Loud. Não sei muito específico o que eles tiveram de diferente, mas talvez eles tiveram mais momentos dentro do jogo, conseguiram otimizar esses momentos e ganhar rounds chaves que quebravam a economia ou faziam um snowball de ult, e aí o jogo ficou um pouco complicado. Falar sobre isso logo depois da derrota é complicado, tô me sentindo triste, sentimento ruim, mas o campeonato ainda não acabou. A gente tem muito para mostrar ainda, então sem muitas delongas, vamos pro próximo jogo. Sendo bem sincero, não importa. Perder é perder, independente de round. Perder por um round ou por 14 é a mesma coisa, a derrota do mesmo jeito.
Winnable though now, man, is looking more likely. Finally fades away and he's back into it, but here it is. The follow-up. All the rifles online.
He doesn't have the
Oh
time.
my God.
Eu não vim para substituir ninguém, eu só sou um novo jogador do time. O time se tornou um time novo, com novas formas de jogar, novas composições, então acredito que estou me saindo bem. Não sei se é confiança a palavra, mas traz um conforto por você jogar com pessoas que já lidaram com essas frustrações antes. Então a gente vai lidar da melhor forma possível. A gente já venceu times com esse estilo de jogo, então a gente vai saber lidar com eles.
Just really interesting. interesting insight into QCK and his ideas. You know, he's coming into this team.
Yeah, he's been looking kind of slowly heating up, it feels like, as well.
He has to fill those shoes, but no. He's talking about how they've reinvented the team kind of around him, this new style.
And PRX the one pistol up, so let's see.
About to do the exact same thing, missing Jing, one of their best players.
But I feel like Monye is filling in Jing's shoes a little more. They haven't adjusted that style yet, and that's probably one of the things that's had the confidence knocked for PRX.
Yeah, this is going to be a weird one.
Figured out what the new team identity is. The deeper they go in this tournament,
so let's see, in terms of what Loud's comp struggles at, all of these areas clearing, and obviously getting through choke points. So let's see how much PRX will exploit that. Knife goes in, if the knife hits, they flash. Knife does hit, do they flash through? Oh, they have no flash. Okay, well, they can't really flash on this one. They kind of have to respect it. They don't want to use their Phoenix flash for it.
Interesting that PRX have gone for a defensive wall that allows them to, you know, contest mid as well. So they're not worried
early on, we also get over towards mid where they can't really clear.
Giving up that presence, Loud now opting to just contact in through A. And it's an open site, it's a free site. It seems to be a bit of a read. Look at them, they're just fast on the approach. Maybe just hearing those sound cues out towards tree, but it closes the door in their faces. A bit of stray damage. Sadak is going to be safe though.
Loud's comp is, sorry, PRX's comp is really good at retaking, but Loud's comp's really good at afterplant because we've got mollies. Right? Got a lot of mollies, got a lot of stall in terms of this. So it's a weird little mix-up.
Does he choose to use it? Fragment. First wave of it being used out. Here it sends it. Paranoia go flying along with the Dizzy.
3 under heaven.
Into the side. Yeah, 3 plays into
and it's a good plant for them.
Might have to just jump in. It's a beautiful smoke. 2 users using it to just divide up this site as well, and it's making it more than difficult. Damn difficult. 5 on a defuse might make a difference. PRX mind free going.
Oh boy. No way. Let's go the kill. Done right? Oh no. Okay, nice from them. Something managed to do so well here as well. And under bulk. Mind free getting 3. Well, let's count the pistols, by the way. Yeah, and they got wrecked. Pacific are 8-0 up against Americas in terms of pistols. Look at the right clicks. My goodness.
Get the chart out, Leo. Get the chart out.
Why is there a dinosaur? Don't know. Don't care. Go
cool. It looks cool.
Yeah, that's a nasty round from Mindfreak. Nothing more to it, really.
Double judge. I mean, this is one way of handling it as well. This really is. The judges, this is very much a PRX of handling this. The judges, when the teams can't get through the choke point, if you have a judge on each corner, it's a bit of a nightmare. All they have to do is turn a flash if you're fast enough, which these players are. They can turn the flash.
Taste of their own medicine.
Man, as soon as they realize this, they're going to be like, well, and then they're going to be so paranoid of every single smoke that is in the choke points as well. Hey, what though, Loud have kind of found a bit of a gap over towards middle. Don't think it's going to matter. This guy's just cleaning up.
They simply couldn't get away from something with this judge.
Chasing them down. And into mid as well. Pistols.
Does this guy hyper focus and not check right? Oh, lovely.
There it is, cleared out. Last one to stand.
Okay, very nice from them, and Loud know about one judge. And the other judge actually got traded down to a Plumber Rap, thank you so much for the 15. Thank you. Judge best gun, yeah, they got to be scared of it. Okay, no, they picked up the judge at the end here. Oh.
Part of that was a cipher, which doesn't exist for PRX. Part of it was a double.
This is so funny, man. This is a good approach.
And the other part was playing disruptively before.
Are they going to use a judge just the whole of defense? They really could.
Perfect round to go for that more aggressive
they go aggro and they set someone up, so they're going to have to be scared of a judge close.
But it's all a fake. It's to make
they have to be scared. Is he just going to walk through that? That's really bold. Really bold. I like this from PRX though. They create a lot of pressure over towards A, then they go stuck heavy over towards B.
A serious gamble, but they have called the bluff of PRX perfectly.
Yeah, and they read this one well.
Not sure who that is on the team. Give it a Sadak for now.
I mean, even that. Even the nade on top.
Spam down, losing his life, but here
And
we
they
are.
get over towards the site, and they have a molly, aftershock, double molly, knife, double flashes, stun. They shouldn't be able to, they literally shouldn't be able to retake this.
Laid down.
But why am I still nervous?
PRX did use a lot of that util just in the beginning of that round, so I don't know how much they've got now for this retake attempt. The weaponry's not too ideal either, but Dizzy does the work. 3 revealed and suppressed out there. Forsaken is just in their faces now. Still trying to double up into hell.
Against the judges.
Just pushing them back as well, and it's just random spam and spraying through. PRX, man! Running them through. Still not a sticking on. Broken.
Oh, man.
Destroyed in the process. Man's there, ready to try and pick up the pieces of this fight. But Carrick set the aim.
Nice handle. It's good damage done from them. Shout out to Loud for calling the bluff on this one. Yeah, it was actually got pretty scary when the smoke came down and they were both on the hell and they had the double judges. In terms of PRX though, I know this was an eco and I'm fine with it in terms of the gamble stack. I just don't think they need to do it. But I understand why they did it. It's a bonus round, they can take some risks. Op comes in, Odin comes in, so a very good sign. Odin over towards B, Op over towards A, and that's a satchel gone.
But actually, we're seeing a fight on the exact opposite side of the map.
He doesn't go all the way here. Oh my god, you're a gecko.
That's because Loud, you know, they're waiting for these right timings. And they think that they're ready for it. I mean, they're holding that with a lot of players. But something's just too quick with it, man. Too quick with it. 8 rebounds close to the corner. That's Munya hoping to catch a player that might have just repositioned there.
What I love about something is he's so good with Gecko's mobility utility, the legs.
Yeah, I love the way he presses 3 on the keyboard. And pulls out the knife just to run away. He does it better than anybody.
Divide does not have a paranoia to play off here. He's got to rely on the thrash.
Yeah, he's using the thrash to try to
Wait, that was nice. They baited it out. Everyone spammed it. They didn't fully face the corner with it. That was pretty cool.
No prior map control here for Loud.
Yeah, they've stacked everything in a fight over towards A main. They're losing it, and now PRX have 3 players ready to collect.
Hope goes. Oh man, that knife. Knife hit everyone, and they can see the lurkout smoke, so they should just be spamming the whole time. Oh. Yeah, doable.
It's brute force seems to be the name of the game, but only one player will stand.
Hey, nicely handled from PRX. Loud get reset. Arnie's in the bin. Here's Loud's knife. Oh yeah, you're right. They wanted to check if anyone was close. That is true. Dude, so many people has the most mad comps.
Know that they're going A. Their comp is very, very difficult to stop once they send a big exec into you. But before they can even start to take A main control, something's already run out and got a pick at the very beginning of the round on their duelist player who has an ult to try to entry.
The tempo just at those extremities, man. I mean, it's a clear win con. And, you know, funnily enough, it reminds me of when PRX played against Gen G in the regional finals. And Gen G absolutely counter-stratted the ever-loving sugar out of them. And they were going for the heavy extremity control.
Okay, last timeout.
Very similar
and yeah, they just need to play, just keep playing how they've been playing. I cannot believe that something went for that pick, but so good.
It doesn't have, for example, a Fade or a Sova to be able to use drone utility or a recon to clear out close corners. It's much better at being able to get these big retakes, big execs going. Loud are skilled enough, talented enough to adjust the game plan on the fly, but they're always going to be limited by what the comp is good at versus what it's not good at. I think PRX has got a nice read here.
It's good at after plants, and it's not good at getting into the sites. And that's the issue here.
Going for plays. I feel like
Odin again, Op over towards here. As soon as they hear the Odin spam, they realize that they can't go over towards B. I'm so surprised they picked this map.
Take a gander at any of the PRX vlogs as well. You see it. You know, he can wears his heart in his sleeve. Actually, he has to be picked up on a frequent basis.
Has been double pistol though, so it's still pretty close. There's a lot of ults that are going to come online for PRX in the next round.
But when he has good games, you know, this guy is just unleashed.
Well, they go fast with this one. Flash close, knife goes in.
And that's where you should expect the Op to play. Many flashes to try to push him off the line.
Try and defend the line.
Has to worry about B main soon, right? The smoke goes.
Lovely
shot. Jesus.
It's a nice attempt and a nice clearance,
bro.
but still, as they're trying to swarm the positions, they're getting absolutely pounded with artillery. Lesto 1 HP, man. 1 HP. And maybe more than a dream. He's managed to bring this to a 2v2. Doesn't have the spike, though. That was dropped down a little bit earlier.
Look how bold Forsaken is. He just jumped up on the same spot with a classic in hand. 2Es? He's
He sees him. He ults literally next to him, up.
Too sure, but it just pokes out here. But yet, it's on the other side of the map.
This is a very doable 1v2, by the way.
What's going on?
There's no shot. I mean, less. Of course, being a difference maker.
That's so funny. No one was pressing tab, so no one was close to see that he picked up the orb, so they still have no idea where he was.
So they assume that he's close.
He took a bit of risk in the orb there, but no one was looking at the
if they were just on B, surely they would have got the plant down.
Incredibly winnable.
One away, no one had tab open.
He could kill them both with one nade.
Exactly. The nade, not just that.
Yeah, it's a scary round for them in the 1v2.
Seal the deal.
Nade, boombot, knee shot.
Got a lot to clear here, but
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah, bit of that information. Pulls out the rifle, expecting the re-swing. Both the players are towards the back of the site now. A smoke. Drop down.
Boombot, nade. Everything. Spam.
Second against it. Boombot forwards. That's gonna have to be broken. Nade rebounds out wide.
Go on.
Now he's just
Oh my goodness.
Here's the rocket.
Oh my god.
Earlier. Pre-fires in the corner, but he guesses incorrectly, and now he's left wondering which way is 2Es. How did he reposition? Time ticking, ticking.
He's so sure he's sight.
From him, he thinks he's behind the boxes. A miscom perhaps away from it. 2Es.
Nicely done from 2Es. Oh no, man, he used his all.
What a wild way to end that round.
Yeah, and it felt like someone gave him false info because there was so many pings on site. I don't know if they backseated a little bit.
The less information there was available, the more it favored less and 2Es. Watch them run. Just a walk in through B main. And this one.
That one's mad.
Who ults into that spot?
Unheard of.
Yeah, and I think that someone...
Truly unheard of.
Dude, no reaction. I think someone heard like a fake footstep or something. Someone gave a bad call from the comms there. There were way too many pings of that, and he was 100% believing. So, yeah.
Or mewing, not too sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Either inspired by Marcus Aurelius or Sigma males.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very similar, actually. Very similar. So Loud now in a great position, right?
And PRX stack over towards A, and they have the retake wall over towards B.
On its head. Their economy is now flourishing, right? They're going to be in a position where they've got a good economic bank to work with, and they're also coming into this round with a huge rifle advantage, starting to get up to big ults. This is where Loud's attack side comp looks so scary, even though they're one round behind in reality.
That's when they start to come alive. This spot here, it's how pivotal that last round was for PRX to end up winning it out. The weak goodbye, Forsaken. How much is he really going to be able to do here with a runner back facing him? QCK going to be making sure to clear all the available corners. Has a bit of util to set him up. Knife out. One to the cranium. Does drop that one. Here we go. Second goal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Doing
They still have the wall to create pressure to actually be able to flood into the site, and they don't have too much map control. I'd be tempted to Viper all this.
On-site post plants. You know, even if Loud are able to get this, PRX can
Yeah,
make it
they're still confident
extremely
knowing that they
expensive
don't have
just by
guns.
holding B main and the defense spawn.
Being cleared out now. Smoke propped up. Pre-firing up to the sky. Expecting Dizzy. Zindo now defaulting over towards the fold line, using that util to try and delay, but you are right.
Yeah, the double
very
one-ways are
quickly.
pretty nice.
Dizzy, broken. In there with the protocols, and now just Loud to realize they have to really just barrel their way through this one. They are being penned in here with the guns, should be favored. Almost
Nice damage though.
there from Divide, but shut down there.
And do they want to call their last timeout? Who knows?
Even scoreline.
And Loud keep enough players alive that they do still have that cushion to work with. Tui's
Be an
control
Odin.
Sadak, and they've got a good buy going with some spare
Might not
cash
be an Odin.
float around.
Playing over towards A.
It's Loud's ults that now become an issue for PRX. The more you let them get set up to go for example, the Rolling Thunder, the more difficult
Man,
it's
they're
gonna
really
be.
playing
Now,
it.
look
They're
at
really
the
playing
mid
it like they're
map.
playing
PRX
against a
look
normal
poised
comp.
to go for some serious A main aggression.
That puts the pressure on Mindfreak, doesn't it?
Yeah, because as soon as Sadak calls that, they're
Once the
gonna be
Viper
running
ult
into the
goes
pit.
in. Shut down over towards A. Omen flash. No, not a. Oh boy. Yeah.
Dealt with.
Back Odin, just knowing when they see this ult, the safety net is over towards here where most people hide. That is lovely.
They know that PRX are very fast on defensive rotations. They cleared out.
I mean, they play their own. This is the thing. They play their own Viper, and Les knows exactly where that ult goes because he stands there.
Making a play that they can punish.
Oh, command. Smoke off the timing for it. Just try and block off B main here. Molly sent flying into the smokes available here. Ready with the spam.
Forsaken on site. Give me that POV.
Barely alive, but does return the fire. Forsaken still.
What a
tucked
spot.
into the site. Yeah, but not going to be clear potentially, but faced by too many.
Wow.
Targets in opposition, this time storming into the site. It's going to be gained for them with that territory. Loud now, reload. After the Odin, 2 players left alive here. Munyet, though, has got us back to fully available players. Flash is really quite excellent, peeking through.
Yeah, and they're going to have the eco now.
Loud,
And that's a good round for Loud in terms of the amount of money here. I tell you what, though, PRX probably going to be scarier on the ecos if they buy some judges, because I think they should be perma judging or perma double Odin or something.
Main control at the start of the round instead of B main control, then they would have had an enormous clash in Gelato.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Okay, well, it's back. He was looking pretty chill, but now, okay, now he's getting involved. And they're eco here, and they have like 3k, so they could definitely buy some Buckies and Judges, etc. I would expect one on each site, maybe one over towards short if they wanted to. Or they could save some money, they could get double Odin, they could get the op-out. They have potential to do a lot of stuff. I think they need to stop playing like they're playing against the normal comp. They keep gambling over towards A as well.
Loud on defense was that they actually found those rounds to be able to catch PRX doing something. And we're not really seeing that when the sides are flipped. PRX are going for a lot of early round aggression instead of mid-round aggression. And I think that timing difference has ended up being quite important for them. It's easier to read when it's just straight off the rip.
Yeah, it is.
I main Sova on Lotus.
That's the sign.
I mean, honestly, there's worse things to play.
Bro, they go for double Stinger instead of like a Bucky or a Judge. What the hell?
Okay. He said it, not me.
Damn shots, bro.
I can hear cackling from the desk, man.
All right.
Elimination game.
PRX are in a tough position here, though. They really are. It's about to spiral out of control.
Five goes in, hits 2, they group up, insta go over towards B. And the person with the Sheriff is playing aggro. That is nice, gets out of there.
He's the player that's been the difference maker this tournament, and he wants more!
Oh, punished for the jump spot.
So punished for that.
Oh man, this team. It was a nice, I mean, he was still trying to play for the info. If he gets the info there, it's huge. This team's going to have to rotate, but does get punished. Is this an eco, though? So most likely we're going to be seeing 11. Last 3 have Stingers. I'd have been playing... I mean, as soon as Loud get onto the site, they win rounds. That's what the comp does. It's just, again, they're getting over towards sites. Very easy.
Save them now for when PRX have a bit of a buy round and money's back into orderly and sensible fashion.
PRX here. Again, the silver lining would be to apply enough pressure that the ults do get invested. It just doesn't seem likely, though.
No, it doesn't, does it?
And PRX's game plan has broadly been... Hello, you see? No, there's no danger here. PRX's game plan has broadly been to try to stack one of the sites and just kind of hope that Loud are going there.
One enemy remaining.
And the problem with that is...
So they're playing their comp.
Just got into a post-plan situation.
Yeah, basically what's happening is PRX are playing their comp for the strengths of their comp, right? It's a good retake comp. You can gamble, you can retake over towards a site. But when you look at that and you kind of balance it with Loud's comp, it's like you don't let them get over towards the site. So you need to do a different game plan than what you've been doing on your practice.
Forced to play full retake on the other and just rely on your double initiator comp.
Wait, what the hell went down?
This is the round where PRX
okay, no Odins, but they get the op out, so they're really somewhere there.
Of winning Ascent.
Need it. And group positions here. I mean, the Molly, they've got 10 for that one, but just to slap it down onto the orb. Paranoia.
Oh, it's nice. Spam on top.
We'll clear out a few of these players. 2 years timely there with a TP.
They know that Phoenix picks up the ult here.
A lot of re-clears, right? We haven't seen them go for big rotates around the map. PRX are realizing that. The re-hits coming through.
Here it
goes in, hits them.
Divide dodged it.
Did dodge it, but there's a one-way smoke into his face. At least they deal with that, run it back.
Damn, that was sick from him.
Seek to
Fair
try and
play.
disrespect this timing, out and through. Yes, the
TP
PRX
over.
players still holding their ground.
Yeah, and they still haven't got through the choke point, and they did an ult. Okay, so now they do an ult to kind of leak out over towards his. So we're going to see constant spam. Knife hits
If
2.
you're planning to rotate and maybe split or go over to B, it's not that great for going into sight, but it keeps a lot of players on site.
Using a nightfall. 2 tags. Here and out. Prowler sent straight through tree, wondering if that split's coming through. But now with 40
Do they
seconds,
hyper-focus too much
this one out, but
on this? Fade ult goes in. They only see 2 trails on this one, so they're trying to work out where the other 3 are.
They've smoked for a B split though, so Forsaken's worried.
30 seconds left.
he's had to watch.
3
He looks
people
out the
still
way.
here.
Top of mid. Eyes onto it, Munyet. Paranoia settling in. Divide.
That spike.
Inside the smoke wants to rule that position and take names away from them.
Yeah,
What?
mad,
He's
mad,
right behind
mad,
them.
man.
What is that kind of play? Still, heads are falling and so are the bodies. Toppling down. Time working against them now. Over the top and running around. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
That is the most important round though that PRX could have secured.
It's so
in that
funny,
moment.
dude. They are
They got the lead that
absolutely
it was over
wild.
towards A. They're starting to figure out how Sadak's calling the attack side. Do you remember earlier on in this game, PRX...
Yeah, this is a big round for them, though, in terms of the amount of ults they got out of them. That is huge, still.
Expecting Loud to pivot. Do
That's
not
such a
hit
funny
the
play,
heavy
man.
site. And because Sadak's been going for re-clears and re-hits so often, PRX had stacked so heavily on that area.
Dude, I can't even imagine, man. I can't even imagine some of the stuff. Some of the stuff he must have seen in practices must be so funny. I reckon the stuff, like if they go for that kind of stuff in officials, imagine what they're doing in pracs.
Whatever reason has got those tingles on the back of his neck.
It
He
must
knows
be
there's
some of the
not a great
maddest
idea.
stuff we've ever
He's starting
seen.
to creep a little closer.
Fuse has been spotted, tucked to the corner now. It is home, and he can reposition here, but sets him up onto the line.
This is really
Otherwise,
nice from
he's gonna back
PRX,
away
though.
and
They get
respect it.
full A control.
Important to note, you know, we talked about it that previous round, but Loud did end up using 2 or 3 ultimates.
Oh, boy.
Something. Wall up in his face, contact
Nicely
plays,
done.
out
He's
of
always
there.
in a pause where he can
Backing
jump
away,
around the
covering
corner,
fire
though.
for
Good
Forsaken.
reposition from him. Eye to enable it as well. Oh, ever.
Straight into the line of sight. It's something who's sniping
Nice
them
shots
away.
on this one. This was so
Across the board
convincing.
for PRX.
And yeah, just really nice from
Wiping out the
something.
opposition.
Awesome round.
Yeah, good little 1-2 over towards market
This
as
has
well.
really turned the tables.
What's the money? Money's
It's only
still
Galaxy
okay,
left
just
alive.
this guy.
They know where he is.
Oops.
Trapped in a corner. He's going to have to duel 4
Oh,
players
man.
to be able to get out of here.
Util in the stun.
He's just stuck.
No chance. So 11 to
User
11.
dumb is crazy.
Just
No
lets him
timeouts
have
for
it.
anyone. No one can get involved. They're all
And
done.
PRX don't try to contest super early. They've got like a slightly delayed op peak into
They don't have
B
many
main,
ults. They've
which is
only
a
got
nice
an
timing to
Omenal.
go for that. And they just catch this timing. Something is always a couple of seconds ahead of the play here. If he was a second slower peak in market, he might have died to QCK. If he was a second slower peak in B main, probably dies to 2Es. It's all about those tiny, fine margins. No hesitation.
Loud scratching their heads a little bit here, wondering how they can get that advantage. Now Les takes a load of damage off the rip. 61 health
Got
dropped down.
tanked down
It's
a
actually
little
one of
bit.
the first times we've seen Les
They go for
try
the
to
same
solo take this
strat?
area, and he's immediately dropped.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of a counterplay, I think, as well. Les usually throwing the orb from that angle.
Something makes it
Oh
feel
yeah,
like it's
this
the
is
same
nice
setup
though.
in
They
this
did a
round, which
fake
broadly
wall
speaking
either
it is, by
side, so
taking
it
that
kind of
mob
makes
shot
them
into market.
pressure over
And now
towards
it's
here.
actually
Double block
caused
of
Loud to
vision.
pivot away. They do not want any of that smoke.
Crack of an angle. Devi turns away just at the right time. Flash in his face, backs away now. holding the
Rotate comes in.
paranoia. Now there is
Monyet
no
has
contact
double
for this
molly.
Kind of play, so he's going to be backing away to the side and gives up.
They're
control of
letting him get through choke points so easy though, in
With all of
my
this
opinion.
noise, something's getting on a more aggressive line. So if they try to
Oh,
go
it's
back
a
into
nice
the
flash.
It's going to be difficult.
Clear, just can't quite
Smoke
land
on
the
top,
buzz. No
or
way,
are you gonna
this
keep
is
running
overzealous,
forwards?
Potentially, perhaps, maybe over aggressive, but they're not expecting it still. They've sucked up that space right back away from them. Sadak,
Oh man, they
so
crack me
survivor.
up so much,
Position
man.
the tree, lays down the nade, but there's no follow-up. Flash now to
Oi,
read.
nice
It's a
time.
nice one, at least to try and cook up on the fly, but PRX
One chance. And money 2-9. Yeah, one person can't buy two more.
The late resurgence in the final
Yeah, they're really
rounds.
coming alive on these ones.
It's looking excellent.
And they're doing a lot better at holding
Loud
holding the actual
dragged
choke
to the
points.
maps against Sentinels
Like ever
into
since that
overtime.
timeout, they've been holding the choke points a lot better.
Are they able to
I like
do the
the
same here?
I like the once they got up short. I like
The
the fact that they
economy is
took it
not
back.
good.
They kind of realized.
Their game plans through mid.
Like the
have been
Omen flash was
countered,
really nice.
But they were winning when they dominated one side of the map and went
Attack
for the
Odin.
exec.
They want to try spam this one back.
Oh, counter spam again.
Did they expect
This
the
is
op?
trying to play themselves
Oh
in the
boy.
disrespect
3v5.
The same plays working out again for PRX. It's like they just run back the highlights of the previous rounds.
That's just insanity.
Forsaken spamming, as far as I can tell, the exact same line, and this time, Les goes down. Something's feasting.
Down mid.
And they have their best
Little
map
to no
next.
chance for Loud now. This map 1. It's gonna be sealed up nice and pretty with a bow on top of it. For PRX, all the right adjustments at all the right time, but fuel to the fire just running out for Loud as well with his competition.
Timing of
They
it.
are
The
struggling
timing
since
of
they
it.
haven't been able to get those ults online, but Wingman is about flying.
Just giving him low bro.
Can't break the door in time, has to reload too on top of this. And already something.
Wait, Forsaken had a backup judge the whole time?
Following
That's
the
so
sound,
sick.
just jiggle it out, baits out the op shot at least, but right into the judge.
He had an Odin and then a backup judge.
So 1v5 would have
Actually,
to be the
my
play
guy.
in 2 years his career to stand even a chance in hell.
And his team just mollied him.
Leisurely walks, what it feels like.
Mind Freaks just mollied him.
Happy and secure in the knowledge that they are just setting sail into the sunset. Happy as anything. Map 1 entirely.
Hey, nicely
wrapped up.
done. And Loud kind of get exposed a little bit for their comp, not as much as before because they lost double pistol. Nicely done for PRX, got their best map coming up as well.